Hi guys, I'm Faye, and this is me trying to keep myself accountable and keep working through these videos. So this is actually a catch up from last night because yesterday was a week of a day. Uh, Yesterday was mine and my wife's anniversary. We've been doing this for half a decade now, which might not seem like much to a lot of people, but before this, my longest relationship was for her 2 years. So being married for five is a big thing. But hey, uh, because of that, we went on a booze cruise, which is always fun for people that are sober. And I don't think my wife realized that's what it was when she signed up for it. But hey, it was still fun to be able to people watch. We did get a absolutely beautiful video of us. And yeah, I came home, walked right into a shelf, and gave myself a bit of a shine. But we also didn't get home till like 20 to 1 this morning. So, catch up. The only thing is, I don't know how many steps I got because my Fitbit doesn't like to connect with the head to the app very well. But let's go through the rest of this. So, we are still at the Hunji. Our phrases are at 2 for today. Almost lost the mic. Our phrases are at 2 for today. One, because most people know the first one. And two, because I hate pronouncing the second one. So today we have thank you, arigato, which most people know. If you know even the most basic of Japanese, you should know how to say arigato. If you're in a more formal setting or you want to really express it, it'd be arigato gozaimasu. But most people, it is just arigato. And you're welcome. Do itashimashite, which I think is the best I've ever pronounced that. So again, we have arigato and do. God. Do ita shi ma shite. Because sometimes they drop the ice in the sheets. Do itashimashite. We didn't do any other exercises. We wandered around a boat. Unless you count boat surfing, because trying to keep balance in a boat does use a lot of muscles. Onto the Japanese side of things today. Sorry, my daughter was trying to break through the door. You can hear that. This is why I record everything at night, because I don't have to worry about kids trying to come in. We're looking at Onomichi, which is a small town on the south part of the main island. No, I need to stop saying main island, but I can't remember its name. You know which one I'm talking about, though. And the reason that I picked this is because I wanted to do the bike ride that starts at this island. I'm not going to be doing it because it's 80 k's each way at a minimum. But we're still going to look into it. So that event is called the Shinami Kodo. Yeah. Shimanami. Shimanami. Kaido. So this goes along. They call it Japan's inland sea, which just doesn't click for me because it's still part of the ocean. Like, it's not like separated from the ocean, kind of like the Mediterranean Sea is, where there's only like a small inlet. It's it's still most of the ocean. Um, but we shouldn't give them crap for that. They don't get a choice of where they're from. The uh, I'm not doing this well. You go through 6 islands before getting to that southern curve island that's underneath it. I need to learn the names of Japan's islands, but it looks divine, and one day I'm going to do it. Today's not that day, but one day we will. For our events, there were only 2 events I could find, and it took me some digging to find the second one. The first one is a fireworks festival, which honestly I've wanted to find a like small town fireworks festival for ages. Unfortunately, that's in July. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. This one, however, is the Onomichi Light Festival, and it celebrates the origins of the town, which was a port city. So their way of doing it is so. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. When they originally created it, they ended up with a bunch of rich people running around that were still traditionalists. So those people built temples all over the place. And now there are, for the size of this town, there are a lot of temples. What that has led to is this light festival where they get apparently 30,000 bomboris, which are the little paper lanterns, and they make a trail through the town from temple to temple with it. And it looks, actually, I don't even need to say it looks divine. And I feel like I'm overusing that term because we actually have, I believe it was this one. Nope, not that one. Let's just ignore that one. Yeah, there we go. Just, it looks so serene and beautiful. Like, what else could you want in a light festival? Honestly, if we go to this town, definitely going to be going to this festival. And it is on the this year. It was on the 12th of October. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same date next year, but we can hope. And if it is, heh. If not, it'll probably be within a margin of error, so an acceptable time frame. Food-wise, we've got two things to add for this, which is the first one is onomichi ramen, because everywhere has their spin on ramen. The people in Onomichi, their way of doing it is they actually put some pork lard into the broth, whereas most people it is predominantly it's either fish or in some places for like your tonkotsu, they'll put like pork bones through it. These guys just use full pork broth, pork lard, and it ends up with this really dark coloring for the broth. And I will be honest, the dark coloring is a little off-putting, but I still want to go and eat that right now, even though I'm not a fan of the thinner noodles. But it still looks fucking great. Plus, ramen is ramen is ramen is ramen. Our other thing is lemons. One of the things that this town grows more than anything else are lemons. So they have lemon flavored everything. And I'm one of those weirdos that love sour shit. So having any lemon products at all is going to be great. Having lemon flavored everything that's the dream. But I've been rambling on enough, especially considering I'm going to have to do this again in 12 hours. So, I've been Faith, you've been awesome, and I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll see you all in 12 hours.